give Jake money.
Alright guys, we're getting close to the Christmas season. I thought, I've been just a naughty boy, not today, but just in general. So I thought, we're getting close to Christmas. I really want to get, that really big gift I won from Santa, which I'll tell you later, but I don't want to say it now. But I'm asking Santa for a really big gift, and I thought, I've been naughty. And what's the best way to get off the naughty list? Confess your sins to Christ. So I thought, we would say our sins, or I would say my sins. We'll talk to Christ, and after each sin, I'll drink a glass of wine. So it's like symbolic. I'm drinking the blood of Christ, maybe. I don't know, but it'll be fun. I'll talk about my lifetime sins because I really want a really nice gift this year. So it's gonna be fun. So let's get started. Alrighty, so let's get our first glass poured. And a little disclaimer, I'm not confessing all my sins, there's plenty of them. But I don't get any money off this, and, I have family members and people who, I wouldn't want, there's certain sins I just can't confess right now because it wouldn't be logistically worth it. So I'm only going to confess, I'm going to be a good Christian and only confess the sins I want to, that I feel, I feel bad about and I also feel comfortable sharing. So that's where we're going to get into it, and maybe we can go, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm just trying to think of sins that are good stories that I'm a fucked up person. We'll start with this one. I don't really think it's a sin. I was shocked. I was telling my mom and my sister about this. I guess you would call it a sin. It was a sin. And they were like, oh, that's not that bad. So I'll leave it to you guys. I think it's horrible. You let me know if you think it's actually bad or it's not really a sin, because I thought it was a sin. I felt bad. I repented towards I repented by expressing that I felt bad about it. So, we'll just start off with the first sin I can recount that I remember. When I was in, we'll say 5th grade, going to middle school, me and my buddy had this project we had to do in computer class, and the teacher assigned us, the artist, or it was a photographer. We had to learn about a photographer, make a thing. Well, the photographer's name is Sally Mann, and I don't know if you know anything much about Sally Mann, but her most famous works are taking nude pictures of her children. So that was exciting, that was fun, and by that I mean we were disturbed. We looked it up, and you would think 5th grade, her kids are, no, these are little babies that she's her own kids taking naked pictures of, black and white. And me and my friend, we're a little weirded out by this. We're like, why the fuck would this teacher assign 5th graders? It's also, this woman took a picture of her dead husband. I just want to throw that out there. It's just a fun fact. It's fun. But yeah, she took a picture of her dead husband and she assigned us to look at naked kids. So that was, she's a great lady and I wish her well, but we didn't really want to look at that, but we had some ideas. We thought, she's taking naked pictures of kids, maybe she's taking naked pictures of adults. So my buddy looks up Sally Mann adult photos, and automatically just naked women. So we're a little happy now. We're like, okay, this is more, still in black and white, so I'm feeling like it's not as enjoyable. I like to see the color, you know what I mean? I like to see the differentiations, but it's all right. But the problem is that in our school, the fucking search, whatever, if anything comes up that is maybe a little weird, the teacher will get notified and she'll come over. So she comes over, she's like, you guys have to leave, whatever. That's not really the sin. The sin is, I just thought that was funny and weird, that she would do that. She would make us she didn't care that we were when we first looked at the project, that naked kids were coming up, she was fine with that. I think she was probably happy about it. But when it was naked adults, that's a problem. But anyways. And we told her, we were like, hey, yeah, we had to do it because they were naked kids. She's like, oh, well, I'm sorry, you just gotta do it how it is. And we're like, oh shit. We had to present this to our class. I think there were naked kids in the presentation that we showed to other kids. It was bizarre, but that's not the sin. It probably is a sin indirectly, but it was an intentional sin. The sin is Sally Mann had had a son, and I'm gonna start drinking this now because I can already tell. I think this is a sin. I think this is bad to do. But Sally Mann had a son who sadly killed himself. I can see why. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you were a child and there were nudes of you all over the internet when you were a kid, and your mom's taking pictures of you naked and showing it to people. I can see that not being a great existence. I'm not saying it's horrible. I don't think anyone should kill themselves, I feel horrible that it happened. But I can see the path to where it got there. Anyways, the son killed himself. Well, we're making this project. It needs to be a certain amount of time, and we're not great people, so we reenact it. We make a reenactment of Sally Mann's son killing himself, and we put it in the presentation. And the teacher was like, "Oh, that's good. Actually, that's nice. I'm glad you're spreading awareness." So I guess it really isn't a sin. I think it's a sin to reenact suicides and present it to children, but I mean, I was also a child, so maybe it's not that big a deal. The more I think about the story, I think the teacher is the one who sinned. I think she needs to confess, but so first confession, maybe we'll get a confession counter. First confession is that I reenacted a suicide, I guess. I guess that we'll have to check in with the Catholic Church about that one, but I think that's a sin, so here we go. I guess I'll just drink the whole glass. I'll just do a glass at a time. Oh, this is not... I'm not a big wine guy, but I am a big Christ guy. And, Dotty. Okay, Goo goo gaga. Okay. Oh, sin 1. I'm done. We did sin 1. This will be a blanket sin because it's like there are a million times I've done it, so this will be like a blanket sin thing where it's covering a bunch of sins under the same category. And the category is making fun of people with disabilities. Now, to their faces and like interacting with them in bad ways. Now, the problem is it's not fair because I think I've made up for this sin, so this it's like kind of like a weird gray area where it's like I've done bad, but I've also done good. I've also been very kind to people with disabilities. I even babysat a person with Down syndrome. I'll maybe tell that story eventually or really get into it, but that's not for today's thing. Today I'm going to talk about these people aren't fully retarded, just you can look at them, they have no Down syndrome or anything or anything, but there is something off about them. And they're not very, in a way where you don't feel bad for them. Is that fair? I don't know. But I'll tell a couple of quick stories, and with each story I'll take a sip, and overall I'll finish one of their glass. So, in my life there's a couple of retarded people, but I guess honestly I'm just going to say the main one. There is this girl, and I'm such a bad person, and the thing is I'm glad I'm saying this, because like I come on here, or not come on here, but I'll come out and say like, oh, we all need to be better, or blah blah blah, and like, I still want to be better, and I say I'm trying to be better, but it's good to at least show that I'm flawed, and that like, I'm fucked up, man. I'm fucking a horrible person. And this is just the shit I'm willing to tell you. Think about that. This is the stuff I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm fine with sharing this. So anyways, there was this like retarded girl, and I don't know, I would just like go up to her and be like, we're dating and stuff, and like, honestly, there's not much of a story besides like, I would just like fuck with this retarded girl and like pretend like we were dating and stuff, which probably isn't good. And I don't even know if I should say this because, oh, this is so bad to even say. But, no, yeah, I used to make fun of a retarded girl. So that's a sin. And I used to pretend I would date her, and like, maybe I can find some DMs. I'll put them on the screen of like, I would say like, she would DM me and like ask me about stuff like Fortnite and stuff. And I'd be like, what is like, I would just like act like I had no idea. Or like, I would be like, oh yeah, like I would like say like I'm going on vacation to like China or something, and like lie. I wasn't really doing anything. I would be like, oh yeah, China, like I'm going to Disneyland or something. It was stupid, all right. But I would just fuck with this girl, and yeah, I feel bad. And I would do this to multiple other people, but I can't really think of like specific stories. Like there was this one kid, like we would really get into it in like middle school and elementary, like not into it, but like I would like make jokes and like. I just remember one time, like I made fun of him and he had this great comeback and I was like, whatever, I don't know what I said. I was like, asking him to read or like asking him if he could read or like asking, like it was so fucked up. Like, it was, okay, this is actually fucked. I think I was asking like, we're trying to go to like, well, it was like we were graduating. This is 8th grade. We were graduating and we're going to go to high school and, you know, most of us were going to high school. It was like kind of like, there were a couple places you go. You have to like test to get in. It's not like a, I went to private Catholic schools. You have to test to get in. And I knew this kid was retarded, okay, and I wasn't very nice, and I asked him, it's like, so how'd it go? Well, you get in, and like, he was obviously embarrassed. Yeah, he didn't get in, I don't think. And so, see, that's a shit thing, so here. See, I am a shitty person, I just have to think about it. But, I was like being really, I was like, well, can you read this? And I was just such a dick. And he looked at me and was like, at least my hair doesn't look like freshly cut grass. And I just thought it was hilarious. I was like, what a comeback, freshly cut grass. But, yeah, I've done some fucked up shit. But not like, I only do it to people, I don't know why I would do it to these kids. Maybe I felt retarded, I don't know. People would laugh and I'm just a shithole person, but the moral of the story is, I don't need to drink this wine because I just confessed a sin. So who cares? Who cares what I did because I'm confessing and I'm feeling better. And you know what? This wine's making me feel less bad about it. So here we go. God. This is hard, man. I do not like wine. And it's kind of hard to chug. La la la. Alright, here we go. Oh! Yeah, this is a horrible video. I can already tell. This is just so bad. We're gonna finish this. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it done. Or I don't know how long this is. I don't know how many sins I really have. This was kind of like I thought of it. I was like, oh, I'll just drink and confess sins. The problem is, I don't really know another sin. Like, I've sinned so many times, but I would think of like a time I was like, and I want to make it bad. I want to make it like juicy. I used to steal from my parents all the time, Edison. Like hundreds of dollars. But this was when I was like in middle school, maybe like early high school. I would like, so this is a sin. Stealing's a sin. So my dad used to be a lawyer, and when he would get paid, he almost got paid like a drug dealer. Like, he had to call and be like, hey, you know, the McDonald's on blah blah blah, meet me behind there, and you know, let's do a fucking transaction. So like I'd be with him in the car, and like we pull up behind him some random McDonald's, and like these people just come up and give him envelopes of cash. So we would just have cash like lying around in our house, just like hidden in envelopes, all over the place. I mean, it wasn't like crazy, but there were a couple cash areas, and yeah, anytime I need money, I would just take like hundreds, like $100 bill sometimes. Like I would try to keep it down, but like as I got older, I was like, fuck, I'll just go for that $100. And then like, it was so bad. I honestly am such a bad person, but I wasn't bad. It was just like I had no money, and I was like, you know, they had like it was just envelopes of cash. So I was like, this is something I can take. It's not gonna be missed. Hopefully, I didn't think it would be missed. They would catch on and be like, I'm like, it's so weird. They'd be like, I swear there was money, and I was like, oh, I don't know anything about it. So that's a sin. I lied and stole. So that's a sin. I'm not gonna drink the whole thing because like, oh my, it's hurting. It's hurting, and I've been sick, like really sick, really congested, horrible cough. Here, ready? Oh, it's not as bad actually. It was really bad. So that's a sin. I'm trying to think of horrible sins I've done. Like, I've done some bad things, trust me. I just don't know, like, where's the fun in sharing? Like, I'm trying to think of, like, something that's fun and, like, you know, I did that. But yeah, I gotta drink some of this. Oh, that was a hard one to hit. Fucking sin. Okay, here's a sin. Nothing I did. But, I did do something. There was this girl I really liked in middle school. And, you know, I didn't like how she, well, not that I didn't like her, I fucking really cared about this person a lot. I mean, one of my best friends at the time, too. And, she had made me really mad, and, like, not mad in a way where it was like we were fighting or anything, but I just, like, wanted to be a dick. So we were talking about The Office, and I made, like, a joke, and I was just like, X has, like, looks like Stanley from The Office, because they have, like, a little bit of a mustache or something, some girl. And we're in middle school, and you have to understand, like, it's not the time or place to do this. Honestly, middle school, I have, like, a million sins, but they're not really sins, but I'll just get into the things that I got in trouble for, and maybe I can say, you know, it's a sin. Because middle school was probably my most evil. Like, it's bad where I was getting, like, I was just a menace to other people. When I got older, it was just like, I wasn't really a menace, really. I want to say it was probably the opposite. But anyways, yeah, I told her, like, she had a mustache, and, like, the next day she came to school and she, like, cuts all over her fucking lip. It was so bad. I was like, oh, God. I felt like such a bad person there. Yeah, but, but then again, I, you know, it wasn't on purpose. It was because I felt hurt. But, you know, sin nonetheless, and I'm starting to feel the effects of this worm, which is fun. Kind of like, the more I'm thinking, like, should I say some of these things that I've done that are, like, just, like, I mean, they're not bad, it's just, like, it's weird, and it is a sin. But I don't know if I should, because it's just so bizarre. You know what, I don't know if I should say it. It's getting hard for me not to. I've said it before, I've never said it on anything like this. I've said it to people, like, people have heard about it, and I, like, talk about it, but, you know, it is a strange thing. Honestly, I'm not going to say it. Maybe later, if this video gets a certain amount of likes and comments, I will talk about the thing I'm hinting at. But no, I can't really get into that. Also in middle school, like, the thing is, I went to a fucking Catholic middle school, so, like, I felt like I felt like I was sinning more. Oh, God. Like, one time in class, I was just, like, cutting dicks out of, like, paper or whatever, cardboard. It's not even that bad for a fucking kid, but I got suspended for that. And, you know, I'm sure that's a sin. So, you know, I'm just gonna take a sip for sin. God, this shit is ass. Oh, it's so bad. Sorry, God, but, bro, you could have not made it, like, something a little more delicious. Like, what if you think the blood of Christ would be something a little more, you know, it's like, oh, I can't get enough of that. I mean, it's good. Is it my favorite? Nah. But hey, you know what? I think I have to take a sip for that. Antichrist. I mean, I've said God's name in vain a million times. Like, if I'm really doing, like, a sin, I mean, we'll just do some real sins now that the Catholic Church would say, just so I can rank up some sins and get a little more drinks in. Lord's name in vain. Do that all the time, Sippy. Ugh. Oh! Well, let's go down the list of the 10 Commandments. This is the 10 Commandments segment. Lord's name in vain. Drink. Sin. I'm breaking all the 10, baby. I'm fucking breaking, no, not all 10. Then we got keep holy the Sabbath. I have not been to church in a long time. 3, no other gods. Sorry, buddy. Have you ever met? No, I'm just kidding. I was gonna say something I couldn't. The only reason I didn't say anything is because I couldn't think of one, because I would have had like a joke there, but this one's really hit me. But that's not true. I really think God is the only, like, I don't even care. The thing is, I try to even think about religion much anymore. Like, I do. I believe it, but I'm like, I don't want to overanalyze it. It's just like, God said the thing. I trust him, whatever. I trust the ideas of God because it's like, I believe that shit. I believe that you should, like, regardless of what God has done, the rules of God make sense and are good for us people to interact with each other. God might be a fucked up guy and whatever. But the rules he gives us only help us to benefit each other. And I like that. So I respect that. What's next? Don't kill. I've never killed anybody, but I almost did. I was close to killing somebody. I think I talked about it. I almost killed someone on a bike. So I did kill them, but I think a little sippy because it's like they were close to death. And oh, no, I never did. My sister almost killed my grandpa though, or maybe, not really. So she can. That's a sin count for her. What else we got? Don't steal. I stole, but we already drank for that. Honor your father and mother. I'm horrible about that, baby. But I think that's a fucked up thing by God. I was like, God, come on. Let's be honest. Honor your father and mother. That seems like a bit of bullshit from you. All right, buddy. Honestly, I guess you can honor your father and mother. But that is skewed sometimes. It's like, you know, Catholics really like to use that. It's like, honor your parents. It's in the fucking commandments. It's like, I can honor you maybe. I don't even know. I don't even know what honor means, but, you know, moving on. I'm blanking there. Don't covet your neighbor's goods, bro. Honestly, I'm not very much like that. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, give me that thing. Or no, I would say more, let's covet your neighbor's good. But the next time I covet your neighbor's wife, I sometimes like, you know, you see a fucking hot bitch and I'm like, dude, I'd totally fuck that thing. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, I wouldn't say a covet. You know what I mean? I'm not like, oh my God, I fucking need that thing. But I'm like, yeah, I'd totally fuck that person's, I'd fuck them. I'd fuck that person. And like, I don't care if they have a whatever. I mean, I think everyone has a thought though. You can't really say that's a sin, right? Unless you're like actively trying. Then it's like you're a fucked up person. I think that was all 10. I don't really know. I don't know. There's some bullshit in there. Not bullshit. I mean, I guess it's good. They're good rules. I like them. I like how God was like, let's get me out of the way. And then like, God's like, don't say me in a bad way. Come to church. Don't have any other gods. And then don't kill people. He's like, I would say don't kill people should be number one on that list. No offense, God, but it's like, I think killing someone is probably worse than saying God damn it. I'm sorry to say it. And we're not going to church. I'm sorry, but it's true. So, honestly, you take a drink for that, God. Get fucked up under. Well, back to my sins. Back to the reality of me sinning. I used to call my sister like a bitch every fucking day, like non-stop. She would take me to school, and I'm a lazy fuck. Like, I would not want to get up on time. Like, when I could drive, I was late to school every single day. Every fucking day. Like, clockwork. Oh God, this wine's really affected me. And my sister was like, come on, we have to go. Like, she actually had to do shit. And I'd be like, you fucking bitch, cunt. I hope you fucking kill yourself and die. Like, I'm that, like, I would just be an evil fuck. Bad person. And, like, I would do that to everybody. Like, not everyone. But, like, anyone in my family, I'd be like, yeah, you fucking bitch. Like, fuck you. Like, and that's good about family. You can say that to them and they're like, they still love you. Because, like, I would tell my sister she's a bitch and then, like, I'd forget my fucking shit and she'd, like, go get it for me. Like, she, saint of a person, kind of. In some ways. I'm not going to say she's a fucking great person in every way. But in that regard, definitely way better than me. I would be like, seriously? I'd be like, fuck you. I'm a selfish, let's just drink to that. I'm a selfish prick. I am, like, I think I might be a narcissist, but in a good way, kind of. Because, like, my goal is, I'm a narcissist, but my narcissistic goals are positive for multiple people. Like, I can't fucking deal with a bunch of people's bullshit. Like, I don't have time for fucking some dumb fucking bullshit. Like, I just don't have time for it. I don't care if you're not. It's like this. I know what I fucking want. I have goals. I have fucking a reality that I want to achieve. It might not be the reality I'm living in, but there's a reality I want to achieve, and I firmly believe I'm going to achieve that. And all the other bullshit around that, I don't care about. I mean, I only care about me achieving what I need. Because what I want to achieve, in my mind, ultimately will benefit the entire human race. Like, genuinely, I really believe that. Is it dumb to think that? Maybe, but everyone should think that. One, I just believe it. But if I don't care, like, about going, like, I'm not like a great person about like when people ask me to do stuff, but also no one does shit for me. I mean, it's like I never ask. Obviously, I don't even ask. One, I think it's just like that. I would never even ask anyone to do something for me unless I had done so much for them. I was like, hey, do this for me because like I've done this for you. It's like, and like, well, not because like they own it. It's like I wouldn't even ask somebody to do something for me unless like I cared about them or. Well, that's not true. I ask people to do shit for me all the time, like my parents and my family. But I'm talking about like other relationships, independent of that. Cause like family, you kind of have to do shit for them, even if you don't want to. Like, there's nothing holding you, or no, there is. Like there is something holding you there. God, I'm getting like fucked. I'm getting so fucked right now. Well, not so fucked, but I'm pretty fucked. And what is this, class number 3? I mean, that's not really that bad. This is kind of sad that I feel kind of anything. But, dude, I'm just rambling. I'm not talking about anything right now. But this is kind of fun. Maybe this could be a fun one. I don't know. I have no fucking clue. Let's think of another sin. Oh, I really have to think back. I mean, there are sins. I just don't really want to share them. Not because of me. I'm willing to talk about anything. I just don't want to say something because I know like people who watch this. Well, I don't know if people watch this, but I'll make a clip or whatever. I just don't even want it to be there to where people could see it because it's like, it's not fair to other people. Not because I don't care. I will honestly bare bones say anything about myself and like be honest about it. Like if you met me in real life, I would be like, you asked me like, what was that thing that you always said? I'm like, oh, I'll tell you. I just don't want to put it out on this type of space because it just is a space where people can like, people can misinterpret and take whatever. And it's not even misinterpreting. I'm just saying some fucked up shit I did. But then it would affect, my family or something because people like, your brother did that or like your son did that. Like, how could you allow that? Or whatever. And it's not even that bad. I think it's just hilarious. I think like, more people should be like me. I mean, not really. I'm a pretty fucked up person. Not fucked up. It's more like I think outside the fucking box of normality in a bad way. Not like, it's not like I'm like, instead of fucking having a TV in a fucking rectangle, we could do whatever. Like, not that. I'm thinking like, this could be a fun place to take out my penis. You know what I mean? It's like, that's like, or like, oh, like, what if I got naked here? That'd be crazy. Like, I wouldn't really do that. But those are the thoughts that enter my mind kind of just like, not really that. I mean, that was kind of an extreme, like, but things like that. I'm like, it's more like, oh, what if I said this thing about, like, black people? Like, you know what I mean? This is also, like, it'll be funny. It's horrible to say, but it's, like, to me, it's hilarious. Like, I can't believe I'm saying that. And part of, like, the thing shit I think is funny is, like, what I'm saying isn't innately funny. It's like, what I'm saying in the situation is so wrong. Like, and I know that it's wrong. I know that what I'm saying is fucked up and wrong, that it is funny. God, I really went off. Like, this was supposed to be, like, a sin counter thing. Like, I had a whole plan to, like, yeah, these are the sins. Like, but then I should have written down my sins or something. I should have thought of the sin. Yeah, this is a ramble shit show. This is a ramble shit show. That's all I can say. I need to get like guests on here and shit. But I'm not great at talking to them. I think I'm better at talking like this than to real people because I don't really give a fuck about what other people have to say. Like, you know what I hate the most are people who fucking talk about themselves. Jesus Christ. I guess that's what I'm kind of doing, but I'm not really talking about myself. I'm just saying fun shit. No, what I'm talking about is like, you ever know these people? You ever hang out with somebody? I'm just gonna start naming other people's sins. Fuck my sins. This is taking. I'm telling everyone else their sins. This is what I'm good at. I'm gonna list sins that people do. Sin 1: when you're with somebody and they talk about like themselves and it's like all about them, you're a horrible person. I don't even care. But like, let me know. I'm gonna let you know. I don't care about what you're saying. Really, honestly, I don't. Like, people who will, like, whenever I see them, like, they just, like, rant about their day. And it's the same shit. Sometimes they repeat the same rants, and I'm just like, bro, you already told me about this. And, I mean, the first time you told me, my reaction wasn't really, like, I was like, oh, really? And I was just saying, like, oh, that's crazy. Oh, really? That's great. Like, can you not tell I don't give a shit? Let's talk about fake dumb shit. Like, I like to talk about fake dumb shit or real shit. I don't want to talk about, what's the word? Mundane. I don't want to talk about fucking your work or why you're mad about work. Let's talk about either the let's talk about the fucking reality of our lives and like what the fuck are we supposed to be doing? Or let's just play around and talk about complete nothing and joke around and just be like, you know, it's not even a real conversation because we're laughing our asses off. That's all I care about. Let's either have a real conversation or laugh our asses off, like just being like fucking around, like this isn't real, but it's fun. Versus like most people are just like, yeah, dude, work sucked today, like, or like, I don't know. It's just like I hate small talk. I think that's what it is. I think small talk. I think that should be a sin. Let's add that should be the 11th commandment. Let's replace covet your neighbor's good, because like covet your neighbor's good and wife, that can be in the same thing. Let's combine those and say small talk. That should be the fucking 10th commandment right there. No small talk, because that shit is mundane. I hate small talk. I hate you coming to me and like asking me how I'm doing, and then like because you know why you're asking me how I'm doing? Because you want to tell me how you're fucking doing. You fucking prick dipshit. You fucking pricky, dicky, shitty little fuck. I don't give a fuck about your day, bud. If I did, I'd ask. Especially I don't hear about your fucking day 3 weeks ago that you told me about when I fucking saw you 3 weeks ago. That's my biggest pet peeve. Is when someone says, have I told you about this? And then starts telling it, and I'm like, oh yeah. And then they keep telling it. Like, Jesus Christ, I told you I already heard this. It's not a fucking great story. Great, thank you for telling me about you, but like, I already heard this and this wasn't that great. I don't really give that many shits about it. To where I want to hear about. Especially if it's like the same thing. You know, if you told me like, hey, today, like, oh, this person came in, or like, dude, today was awesome. No, like, that's fine. Every time it's like, today sucked. Great! I don't give a shit that today sucked. I don't care. My day sucked too. You don't see me fucking talking about it. You know why? Because it's boring. No one gives a fuck about other people's days. And that's probably why they like telling me, because I don't talk about my day. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, boring. Sucked. That's it. That's all they say. Other people, oh yeah, this person. You know, this person I don't know. That only they know. They're not a lot about them. I don't know anything about them. Oh yeah, they came in. I know them. They come in all the time, blah, blah, blah. I'm kind of describing this person. I feel bad for now, because I'm like talking about a specific person. But everyone does this. Or you know what else I hate? Gossip. Oh my god. I used to be a little gossip girl. If I'm being honest, like I used to gossip. Not gossip. I wouldn't gossip unless when I gossip, I'm a fucking evil fuck. Because I don't gossip. I don't gossip to just for the fun of it. Like if someone tells me something and they say don't tell anyone, and I genuinely like I'm good with the person. I don't care. I'm not gonna say a word. But if you tell me gossip and then you fucking cross me, or like you tell me gossip and I don't already like you, or like I hear something about you, like, you best fucking believe I'm just telling everyone this shit about you. And I'm being honest. Well, I don't really do that. I'm saying this is honestly now I don't really do that. I'll be honest, I don't do that. But I used to like. Hey, I'm not saying I never will. There will come a time. Trust me. Here's the thing. I'm like Napoleon. You don't see it coming. I'm just fucking working this shit. By the way, I saw Napoleon. Like, I'm just really moving on. We're completely past the same thing. I'm still gonna drink. But I saw Napoleon, and god damn it. Like, you know, you would have thought you were gonna see Napoleon, and you're gonna learn about maybe his upbringing, maybe what made him want to be this person, or, you know, how he came up with these plans. Regardless of, like, if they could even tell you how he did it. Just take some inspiration of, like, here's how he really came up with it. No! You learn about how he loves his wife. And by the way, when I watched it, it made me so, like, this is not love. They're trying to fucking trick. I think reality is the whole point of the Napoleon movie. When I was watching, I was like, they're trying to fucking skew our mind of what love should be, or whatever it is, because I'll just give you a quick rundown of Napoleon, because I was so done watching this fucking shit. You have no idea, I was fucking pissed off. Starts off, pretty cool, war scene, blah, blah, blah. Then the story shifts, kind of. And this becomes the main focus of... It's about Napoleon and his wife falling in love. Napoleon kills this guy's wife. Clearly this woman is a fucking whore. I mean, one, married before, has kids. Then in prison, she's talking about how to stay in prison, she had to, like, you know, survive. She had to be a fucking whore, basically, is what she said. She's like, I had to, you know, like give my body away so I can survive. And then she's like, whatever, they get married, they love each other. He's infatuated with this woman. He goes fucking fights in Egypt or whatever. He goes away. She cheats on him immediately. Like, literally the second after they get married, he's writing to her, she won't respond. And he goes back, and I respect this, he fucking throws all his shit on, fuck you, bitch. He doesn't even really know her that well, according, I mean, I don't really know the extent of the relationship besides the way, I don't know how long they've been together. But here's this guy who is quickly, he has power, people fucking care about, he has fame. Clearly he could kind of do whatever he wanted, really. He doesn't need this particular woman, he just loves her, right? There's a love in his heart for this woman. And what made me mad was they were trying to show that this is love. That's really what made me be pissed about this movie. Anyways, he loves this woman, she cheats on him, he goes back, lets her throw her shit out, and he's like, you're nothing without me, like, do you see what I am? And then she's like, later cuts, she's like, you're nothing without me, you need me. I hate that shit. I get it to a degree, but the guy was already being this thing, so he didn't really need you, you fucking cunt bitch. Sorry, but you're dumb, you're a cunt, you're a bitch, I didn't like you. You cheat on the guy, he throws the shit out, then he's like, you're nothing, blah, blah, blah. Then she's like, you're nothing without me, like, you need, blah, blah, blah. Just completely emasculates the guy, making him look forward. He accepts her, he loves her. Again. And like, the look in her eyes, like, you can tell he cares about her, and she's like, I don't really care. Like, you can see that in the eye of the fucking actress. Like, when they kiss, it's like she's not really kissing him. This is what I picked up on. It was like, the way I looked at it, I was like, this doesn't seem like love. It seems like almost a form of manipulation of this guy in power versus this woman who is almost attaining and just taking it from him. I don't know. Later in the film, they have to get divorced. He fucking slaps the bitch. And I thought that was insane. I just thought the whole idea of it was like, is this love? You're trying to pervade this is love and this is true love? Pissed me off. I was like, this is not love. This is sick. This is two people who, aren't really spending that much time together. He loves her in the sense of like, they're together, but he's off doing all this other shit. He has to divorce her. He doesn't see her. Their love stays strong. He marries, and like the point of the thing was like, he marries the other girl. She's like, oh my god, the woman who gives him an actual child, because he had a divorce. He has to have an heir. If whatever Napoleon is, if he continues and creates like a dynasty, you need more. So I'm just here explaining Napoleon because someone told me like they love the movie, and I'm just like, I hate this shit. I hate the message behind it, or whatever they were trying to convey. Because it was just a Napoleon, whatever. If it was about a love story with his wife, fine, good. But make it real. Make it like I actually feel like these people love each other, not just like, it didn't feel like there was love, and they were trying to make it like this is what true love is, and I was like, this is sick. It was sickening to watch that, it's okay to cheat on your spouse and whatever, and like he had cheated on her too, whatever. But so I'm not really saying he's better than her, but like I was like, this is not true love. Whatever they were, it made me pissed that this is what they're trying to sell. This is what they're trying to bottle. Is like he loved her so much, blah blah blah. Or I don't know what they were trying to sell. Maybe they were trying to show some human side to this fucking mass murderer, basically. Whatever. Moving on from Napoleon. I'm just sick. I'm sick mentally, physically, not mentally. Well, maybe a little bit. I used to be more sick mentally. I used to be just a whirlwind of emotion and just insanity. It's crazy. Where our life's lead. As a kid, I will say this though. As a kid, here were my goals. I wanted to be on SNL. I wanted to do I always wanted or some sort of acting or I always liked that and obviously we are aspects of our parents, but I don't know, I like musical theater to a degree. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of it, but the Book of Mormon, love it. Hilarious musical. I don't know, it's just great. I don't know where this is going. This has been a bizarre journey. This has been a bizarre journey, and I like it. Everything is a journey. These episodes are journeys of my fucking mind. This has been. It feels like it's so late. I don't even. It's probably By the way. It's 11 a.m. It's not even late in the day. So here's a sin. This will be my last sin. Maybe I'll wrap this up. The final sin. That I'm drinking at 11 a.m. on a Friday to make a fucking YouTube video that no one will watch. That is a sin. Cheers.
Give Jake money.